Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jim Gilbert, station coordinator for Barnstable Educational Television, B2B TV affectionately. I'm here on the day before Valentine's Day for Barnstable Girls Hockey Pink the Rink Day versus Martha's Vineyard. I'm here with my colleague, Justin DeSorger. Justin, can you tell us a little bit about the Pink the Rink celebration?
Yeah, hi, Jim. Thanks for having me back here. So Pink the Rink is a really big deal here at Barnstable. I started a little before my time coming down here, but it's a day dedicated to the memory of Carolyn Fries, a former Barnstable High School player who is, Coach Nugis always described the Fries as the first family of Barnstable hockey. Father Wes and Mother Christine have been coaches and organizers with youth hockey and the Booster Club. Carolyn played hockey. Brothers Corbin and Connor played. Sister Christina played. As hockey is a big deal in the Fries family. Tragically, Carolyn passed away 12 years ago from cancer. And since then, Barnstable High School hockey has always made a point to have a fundraiser and to honor her memory and support and all the fine work that the Fries family does. So I know this is a huge deal for the girls. It's something they look forward to every year. I know Coach Nugis has brought in teammates of Caroline's in the past to speak about her, to keep her memory alive for this community. So, the girls are here. They're fired up to win anyway, but this day takes on a special meaning.
It's an unfortunate but inspirational legacy the family has. And to commemorate, you'll see the Barnstable girls wearing bright pink jerseys today. A little contrast to the traditional Barnstable red.
Yeah, and they have Caroline's initials on it along with the cancer ribbon. So it's a really nice touch to have.
Personally, I'm happy for the contrast on the jersey numbers, so it's a little bit easier for me to see everybody's numbers and call the game for you. Again, we're live from the Hyannis Youth and Community Center. It's Saturday, February 13th, 2021. This is Barnstable Varsity Girls Hockey versus Martha's Vineyard, and we'll get going here in just a second. We did have a lovely celebration the other night for unofficial/official senior night. We have 4 seniors on the girls' team this year. That's number 6, Kate Brewster, number 13, Kaylee Malone, number 19, Caroline Valiga, and number 30, Kathleen Hansen, who had a real nice day in net on senior night. So that was a nice celebration. The parents got to come out onto the ice and get a couple of pictures taken with their children. Another rare but joyous celebratory moment.
Hello, we would like to welcome you all to our Pink in the Rink game. Tonight, we would like to take a moment of silence to remember those we have lost to cancer. Thank you. Tonight, we play this game in honor of our fallen teammate, Carolyn Fries. We wouldn't wear pink in bed together for anyone but you, Carolyn. Thank you.
A brief moment of silence in recognition of Caroline there and then we go to the national anthem. Okay, we start moving towards game time here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. You're watching Barnstable Educational Television. I'm here with Justin DeSorger. Justin, I've been really, really impressed in the games that I've seen this season from the Barnstable squad. Claire Hazard, Avery Braley, Finley Crosby, of course, Laura Cogswell on the offensive push. What are they up against today against Martha's Vineyard?
Well, it sounds like from talking to some Martha's Vineyard people that it's a team that feels like they're close. They haven't really broken through. I believe they're still winless, though they've got a few ties and they've been able to play people close. You know, it can be tough when you're a team that hasn't quite gotten over that hump. You need a bounce here or there to get you going. But once that happens, the confidence can kick in pretty quickly. And I know they've got a really good goaltender in Sarah Hartenstein, who's capable of stealing this. So, we know Barnstable's going to come out flying, given the nature of this day. So if Sarah can hold them in here, give the Vineyard a fighting chance.
Barnstable did take a 3-1 victory the last time Martha's Vineyard visited the HYCC. So here we are. Barnstable taking it into the zone. There's Hazard coming down the right side, near side corner. Looping behind the net, all the way to the far side corner. Kicks it out to the blue line for Brewster. Tries to knock it against the boards and into the corner, but unable to keep it in the zone. Here comes Vineyard.
Well, that's Claire Hazard at her best, using her speed to enter the offensive zone and then on the back check. That's what she needs to do, is get those legs going.
Here's another carry out by Penny Clifford.
Oh, nice quick shot. Good save.
Fight in the near side corner for the puck. Broken out by McEneaney. Goes behind the net for Ben David on the Vineyard. Just knocked out of the zone, and they got to reset a little bit. Chased behind the net by number 7, Mikos for the Vineyard. Far side boards, kicking, slapping, poked out of the zone, flicked back in. Mikos winds up again. Little battle behind the board, good forechecking. Cogswell defending at the blue line. It goes deep into the Barnstable zone behind the net. Riley King chasing into the near side corner. Able to poke it out of the zone, and they go the other way a little bit. There's number 11, Finley Crosby, on the forecheck. You'll see a little bit of that today. The Vineyard making a small rush. Nice poke check there. Slips out of the zone to the far side board here at the red line for the Vineyard. Number 14, Kelleher, brings it into the zone. Unable to do anything with it. Some good stick work by the Vineyard. Creates a turnover and a shot by number 2, Anderson. Is maybe Grace Holden wearing number 24 today instead of 25?
Yeah, sure looks like her. She's moving like her. They may not have had a number 25 pink jersey. Oh, she's got room.
Here's Hicks.
Nice pass.
Over to Malone. Can't control it. Goes behind the net. At the blue line for Clifford. Back to Hicks. To the center. Nothing doing. Vineyard breaks out. Again, number 2, Anderson, down and deep into the corner. Loses possession. Flipped around the boards here. Oh, to the slot. A backhander near the net, but knocked away. Red line pass to Hazard. Can't control it. Blue line battles. Another step up here. Wrist shot. Goes wide. Ooh, rebound. Knocked right into the pads of Responte. There goes the first 5 minutes of the period. 10:54 remaining. McEneaney face off to the corner. Hazard trying to get it out. Does. Knocked back in by Meter from MV. Near side fight. Barnstable trying to get possession and bring it out. Martha's Vineyard with a good forecheck, keeping it in the zone. Here it comes out. Here's a little 2-on-1 happening with Hazard and McEneaney. Pass just slightly behind McEneaney, and she can't control it.
That's the third 2-on-1 Barnstable's managed to get. I don't know if that's just a result of Martha's Vineyard pinching a little bit and giving up these opportunities. Barnstable's got to take advantage at some point.
Here's another turnover at the red line. Kelleher brings it in. Goes over to the far side corner. Centering pass attempt by Anderson. Unavailable and shipped out of the zone again. Crosby. Clifford. Chips it around the boards. Kept in by Mikos. Back to the Barnstable defense, off the near side board and flicked into the zone. Chased all the way back to the goaltender and glove down.
Take that. Take an offensive zone face-off. I like the speed up front for the Vineyard between number 2 Anderson and 14 Kelleher. Looks like Ben David skating with him too. There's a lot of speed, aggressive, causing some trouble early.
Crosby, Baroni, Clifford. Chipped in on the net and knocked down again by Sarah Hartenstein. Bringing Crosby back to the dot for a faceoff. Gets into her feet. She can't quite control it. Leaked out of the zone. Chipped back in by Clifford. Behind the net for Martha's Vineyard. Out here to the blue line. She can't quite reach it to keep it in. Clifford wheels around. Crosby.
I think that's an ice.
And the whistle blows.
Yeah, one of the challenging things, especially for young players, is to resist the temptation to just grab the puck and fling it in deep. We've seen that a few times by both teams. It's okay to hang on to it or even turn around and go backwards. Give it back to your defense, regroup, and start again. You don't want to give that puck up when you have it.
Face off to the right of Responte. Gunderson had control for a minute, but then lost her skates. She was about to get a shot off, but knocked off her spot. Little red line battle. Number 10, Hicks, chips it in. Goes behind the net. Taken by the Vineyard. Chipped off the far side boards and down towards the Barnstable blue line. Taken back by Kaylee Malone. Nobody quite controlling it here. Chipped into the Martha's Vineyard zone and around to the near side corner. Martha's Vineyard makes a change. Hicks whiffed on it a little bit, but then able to chip it into the zone. gracefully kept into the zone by Martha's Vineyard for us. And
got to be careful on those passes back to the point. Make sure you can make them.
there's Ben David. Kelleher.
Uh-oh.
Through the legs. Backhand shot.
Nice
off
stop.
off the pads. McEneaney trying to get control. Here we go. She's going to throw it towards the center, but it doesn't make it through the defender's skates. Number 15, Ryman, just took a spill towards the boards.
Yeah, she looked like she hit her back pretty solidly on the boards. Unfortunately, from firsthand experience, I could tell you it really just shakes you from head to toe. I think she'll be okay, but one of those things you feel it top to bottom. It's the boards are hard, the ice is hard, and she had a lot of speed when she caught a blade.
And you just get the wind knocked out of you.
Yeah, it's akin to that. Yeah. Hopefully, nothing more serious.
Well, she is on her knees and moving around, so trainer is there with her now. With 7:17 remaining in the first period, it's 0-0 still, or in soccer terms, 0-0. Welcome to Hyannis Youth and Community Center for Pink the Rink Day. And again, that's Ruby Ryman, number 15 for the Vineyard, is just trying to get her wits about her again. She'll probably be able to come off under her own power here in a second.
She actually made a really nice play on that as well.
It was a great defensive play. She kept that centering pass from going into, I believe it was Nero coming down the slot. And
I think it was Hazard on the left hand. I believe so.
Okay,
number 4.
Yeah, McEneaney chased it down into the near side corner and then flung a centering pass that went off of Ryman's skates and tripped her up and sent her into the boards. But she's okay and on the bench now.
Yeah, hey, listen, a large part of defense is just getting in the way sometimes, and she did a really nice job with that to break that up.
McEneaney just takes it off the dot and brings it into the zone. Unable to control, and the Vineyard breaks out. That's number 12, Nevin, carrying it down the left-hand side. Ooh, centering pass that got knocked away by Responte. Pass off the far side board at the red line and chipped in. Hazard can't chase it down. Brewster trying to keep it in. Cogswell giving fight in the defensive zone. Little chippiness there, but we get it back. Bringing it out of the zone. Move. This is Hazard. Chipping it into the far side corner, and Barnstable makes a switch. Cogswell by herself in the offensive zone. Number 5, Avery Braley. Cogswell keeps it in. Back to the corner for Braley.
Oh, it's too bad. She had Crosby in the high slot.
Centered through past Baronia. Well, there's Braley.
Oh, nice save.
Nice glove save by Hartenstein. So with no score on the board, it does appear as though Barnstable is getting their offensive flow together a little bit sooner than Martha's Vineyard, getting a couple of opportunities. Face off to the right of Hartenstein. Going to assume that's Grace Holden, number 24.
Yeah,
going
absolutely.
In for Kaylee Malone. Reagan Hicks around the board to Kaylee Malone again. Off the board and carried out by the Martha's Vineyard squad. Kelleher can't handle it. Chipped back in by Grace Holden behind the net. Kaylee Malone chasing. Here's a loose puck in the slot. A little bit of pinball temporarily. down into the near side corner. Ben David brings it around. Gives it away. Barnstable trying to make something of it. Goes back and forth in front of the net. Centering pass. Doesn't make it through. Out to the blue line. Here's Brewster with the wrist shot that dips. Another great save.
A lot of bodies in front. Nobody quite get a hold of it.
And here's a little breakout. 2-on-2 if they can handle it.
Oh, plus Barnstable's players are tired from all that work down in the offensive zone.
Good stick check by Kate Brewster to knock that away and make sure the shot doesn't happen. That's Gillis who
She's got a hold of
steals it.
that.
Yeah, that went right off, high off the net. Kelleher in the corner. Near side boards, battle for possession. Floats out to McEneaney. That must be Hazard coming up the left-hand side. Left-hand shot, wrister. Off the glove.
Almost bounced in. That's a nice play by Hazard. Too often kids want to get cute, want to try to make a lot of moves around somebody. Claire just puts the puck outside and uses her speed to get around. Keep it simple.
Yes, she protects that left-hand wrist shot and was able to take one from the dot. Off the glove of Hartenstein, and the rebound sat out front for a moment. Here we are on a face-off outside the Barnstable zone. Near side boards, battle for the puck. Hey, I'm going to stick my stick in there for a little while. There it goes. Comes out. Red line pass off the mark. Gillis gets possession and goes down. The hand goes up. Delayed penalty.
It's going to be Cogswell for the trip.
So we're going to have our first power play of the game. 3:32 remaining in the first period. My man Justin DeSorger seeing the trip on Cogswell.
Yeah, she just got her stick in the way. It's, certainly wasn't intentional. Once players by you, you turn to try to play that puck, and got tangled up in the feet. Down she goes.
Again, you're watching varsity girls hockey, Barnstable High School versus Martha's Vineyard, live from the Hyannis Youth and Community Center in beautiful downtown Hyannis on the day before Valentine's Day. A matinee game here. Thank you for joining us. Nice step up there by the Vineyard with a slap shot, keeping it in the zone on this power play. That floats through, but covered up by Responte.
So it's tough when your best penalty killer is in the box. Always adds a little bit of a challenge, forces you to show some depth as a team. So
after the cover up by Responte, face off to the right. Holden knocks it into the corner, up to the blue line. Controlled by Anderson. Centering pass tipped away and unable to possess it by the Vineyard, so they got to wind up again. Here they are. That's Ben David going in.
Well, the Vineyard's using a true power play setup with 4 forwards and only 1 defenseman, so keep an eye on that. And that's a non-defenseman getting beat at the line.
Here's a breakout by Holden. Has space.
Good shot.
Puts it on net. Pad save. They lost control. Chip back in. They're waiting. Behind the net for the Vineyard. Up to the blue line. Carried out. Pass behind the forward at the red line. Kelleher gets control again. Poked away by Malone.
Oh, that's a hook. Good call.
Hand goes up again. Delayed penalty here as Malone goes deep behind the net. And the Vineyard gets the touch and the whistle blows.
That's the advantage, disadvantage of when you want to set up a power play unit, you want to have your most skilled players to move the puck around. Sometimes teams will bring out an extra forward, put them on the point, but then you get a situation where Grace Holden was one-on-one at the blue line, was able to beat a player who's not used to figuring out when to pinch, as she's usually a forward. So it's a little give and take there. Worked out for Barnstable.
So we're going to go 4-on-4 here for 33 seconds while the Barnstable penalty goes by, and then they'll have about a minute and a half of a power play. Wrist shot from the blue line into the corner. McEneaney wheeling and dealing. Goes down. That's Brewster.
Nice pass.
Over to King. King wrist shot gets tipped. Not through to the goalie. Brewster again. Slap shot. Knocks the stick out of the hand of the defender. Wrist shot. That gets tipped wide. McEneaney tries to center it and off the defender and in.
Throwing the pucks at the net.
Real nice play by Allie McEneaney. She went into the near side corner, dug it out, and just flicked it toward the net. And it looked like it went off the defender's stick and past the goalie.
Oh, I thought it was straight off of Hartenstein's back, but I didn't. I might have missed the tip on it for sure.
Either way, I think it was off a blue jersey and as opposed to a pink stick.
Absolutely. No, that's, again, sometimes you're just looking to catch the other team unawares, especially in an awkward position like that coming out of the corner. Throw it right at the net and see what happens. They got some good stuff there.
If I was a coach, that's what I would say. Throw it towards the net. Little battle off the face-off, won by Barnstable. They're going deep again. Oh, that's off the side of the net.
Well, now you got a power play with Laura Cogswell with some fresh legs. So see what she can do out here.
Here's over to the near side dot for Crosby. Crosby wheeling, dealing. Out to Cogswell, over to Brewster. She goes very far wide with the slapper. Keeps it in at the blue line, though.
Barnstable's done a great job all game of getting bodies in front, though. They've had a few tips. I know Sarah would want that goal back, Hartenstein, but that was she's been really on it for most of this game, seeing the puck well, even when it's deflected. Barnstable's got to keep that up.
Baroni and Crosby trying to make something happen, but it gets whacked back out of the blue, out of the zone here. 30 seconds in the period, 23 seconds on the power play. Here's Cogswell coming over, trying to get a shot off. Knocked off by Meter from the Vineyard.
Yeah, Meter's a good player. She can play forward or defense. Good skater, smart player.
Nice clear by the Vineyard defense. That's going to go all the way around behind Responte.
Should just about do this.
Yeah. And there's your horn for the end of the first period. We've got a 1-0 lead for Barnstable on a goal by Allie McEneaney. Any assessments, Justin?
No, I mean, I thought it was fairly even overall. I mean, Barnstable's getting a lot of 2-on-1s. I think there were 5 or 6 of them. They weren't able to take advantage. They're going to have to do that if the opportunity's there. But the inverse of that is that, by pinching and having those extra players up, the Vineyard is able to, get some looks on net. I think both coaches would probably like to see them pick it up a little bit, but otherwise, pretty even and enjoyable start to the game.
I totally agree. That's the end of the first period. Live from the Hyannis Youth and Community Center, I'm Jim Gilbert here with Justin DeSorger. You're watching B2B TV broadcast of girls varsity hockey, Barnstable versus Martha's Vineyard. We will be back shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The players are back on the ice, getting ready for the second period here. Just a refresher, 1-0 Barnstable after one on a Allie McEneaney goal. Justin, for our new viewers who may have just joined us, can you briefly run down the significance of the pink jerseys again?
Yeah, no, it's been a tradition, unfortunately, for the last 12 years to honor the memory of Carolyn Fries, who's the Fries family is one of the big reasons Barnstable youth hockey and Barnstable high school hockey has been as successful as it has been. Over the last stretch of time. Carolyn unfortunately passed away from cancer 12 years ago. So ever since, the girls have worn pink jerseys once a year to honor her memory, help raise money, do some fundraising for that. I know it's a really big deal for everybody involved.
Thank you for that, Justin. We're back here with the action on the second period. That floats through the crease, and the backhander by McEneaney almost makes it in. A fight on the near side. There's a whistle. I don't think there's a penalty, but there's a stunned Martha's Vineyard defender coming off the ice.
Yeah, it looks like she just got tangled up in the corner with Claire Hazard, and there's sticks and there's elbows, and a lot of things can catch you the wrong way. So hopefully she's looks like she's okay. Just needs a quick breather.
That was Paige Anderson of Martha's Vineyard who went off the ice. So we reset to the left of Hartenstein. If my vision is any good, I'm seeing Finley Crosby take the face off.
Yep, that's her line out there.
Keep it in the zone temporarily. Knocked out to the near side by the Vineyard. Wheeled back around. Knocked off the near side board. Unable to get it down into the zone. Barnstable takes control at the red line again. Crosby chips up a bouncer. Hartenstein able to glove it down.
Yeah, the Vineyard having to show some of their depth right now. It doesn't look like Ryman's been back in, so they've got Violet McPhail in on defense. She's a freshman. Twin sister Olive is up front, number 24.
There's Gillis carrying it out of the zone for the Vineyard. Poked away by Barnstable. Red line back and forth. Settled down by Barnstable. Chipped into the zone. Carried back out by Kelleher.
It's a nice pass to the neutral zone.
Let's see if they can do anything with it. Little drop pass for number 3 Gillis again. She's wheeling in the far side corner. Riley King. Inadvertent buzzer there from the scoreboard team. Barnstable carries it out.
Crosby. That's off.
Cogswell offsides. Just went over a little early. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our camera operator, the inimitable Steve Hammett, running the camera for us today. Public address announcer Ashley Bishop. Some staples around Barnstable High School. Ashley did a great job working on the boys' senior night broadcast with me the other night. Today I'm joined by Justin DeSorger, a local youth hockey coach, and the gentleman bringing a little bit of expertise to our broadcast today. I said a little bit.
Yeah. and a teacher at Barnstable High School. Let's not forget
correct.
This. And I'm glad you point out, drop Steve Hammett's name in there and Ashley Bishop's name in there. These are people who, these are the people who make schools run. Principals and teachers, everybody always talks about them. But if you don't have guys like Steve around doing a little bit of everything, making people's day better, same thing with Bish, just keeping everything running smoothly. The school doesn't work. So thanks for mentioning them.
My pleasure. And thank you for what you do. It's in the challenging year, we've needed everybody with the all hands on deck attitude. And I'd like to say that I'm very proud of how the Barnstable High School community and the folks in the building have responded.
Yeah, we've had a lot of challenging years recently. This one more than any. It's been really nice to be able to get down to the rink and see these kids. And, I know you mentioned senior night. It's not quite the same, but really nice to be able to uphold that tradition. Uh-oh. Ooh.
That's Anderson able to carry it through a couple of intense poke checks all the way to the net. Responte had to knock it aside. Holden flicks it off the glass around the far side.
Going down all the way.
And the referee's hand is up. They wave it away at the last minute as the puck slows down across the goal line.
Yeah, it's really a judgment call sometimes. The ref has to decide if a player can get it or not. And if you're a player, you gotta go hard after it. Because if they think you're not trying, they may do exactly that.
Right. Some stick battle in the slot there, unable to control it.
Nice quick shot.
Here's the Vineyard bringing it over the line, and sort of an
offsides.
Accidental offsides there. I believe that's. I can't see the player's number.
That was either I think it was Gillis and McPhail were a little too cute at the blue line.
Vineyard takes it off the face-off, chips it back in. Here's Cogswell trying to clear it. Finally does. McEneaney carries it over the blue line. Loses her skates just a little bit. Almost gives it away, but they keep it in the zone.
It's pretty close to a hook. I think she got tugged on a little.
Spun around a little bit. There's Kelleher. Cogswell. Number 18 meter.
Oh, nice play to step up.
That was number 8, Molly Hudson. Hazard scores a goal. What'd you see there, Justin? I was looking at my roster sheet.
I didn't see the goal either. I was glancing down to double check. That was Molly Hudson. Yes. Looks like Hazard with the goal.
Claire Hazard got the goal with the left-hand wrist shot. Looks like Molly Hudson took possession a little bit at the red line, blue line, and carried it in, and then got it over to the center for Hazard.
That's how to do it. Take advantage of those odd man rushes.
So with 9:40 remaining in the second period, we'll wait for the announcement on the goal and the assist on that. We think it's going to be Hudson to Hazard.
Oh, she just missed.
So the assist goes to Allie McEneaney. Hazard with the goal. 2-0 lead for Barnstable. There's a wrist shot from King behind the net.
Oh, Barnstable looks like they're feeling it right now.
That's a shot from near range. Trickles out of the zone.
Yeah, if you're the Vineyard right now, you need to slow things down a little bit. Barnstable's buzzing around.
Cogswell steps up, trying to get possession. It slides over here to King, who can't get a handle on it. Goes to the far side corner, swept around behind the net to the near side corner.
Nice job to keep that in.
Number 5 for Gunderson, working to keep it out. Cogswell keeps it in, comes to the slot, gives it back. King with a shot.
More bodies out front.
Hartenstein controlled it, but not for long. It did come loose pretty quickly.
They're going to blow a quick whistle if the goalie's in a vulnerable position like that, down and stretched out. You don't want players hacking away, accidentally stepping on or tripping over or anything like that. So
this isn't the NHL.
It's true.
This is the Cape and Islands League, where there is still a little bit of hitting, and a couple of people go down along the far side boards over there.
Well, with girls hockey, you're not allowed to check, but you are allowed to own your space. So I believe that was Clifford that stepped up. And threw on the tip.
That's a slap shot from senior Kate Brewster from the blue line.
Wonder if anybody got a piece of it. No? It went clean through?
That would be nice for the senior captain. It did go right through the wickets of Hartenstein.
Yeah, two players out front. Holden and I think it was Hicks that were out front.
Let's see how they call it.
Went straight through
on the official record.
That's a good call. I mean, it's tough to blow your timeout early. You could maybe argue it should have been used before that goal. You could see Barnstable was all over him. That second goal lit the fire under him.
So we have with 7:48 remaining in the second period. Martha's Vineyard has taken a timeout. Yep. So they're giving that third goal to Kate Brewster, assisted by number 13, Kaylee Malone.
Yep.
So that's, again, nice to see. So we've got Allie McEneaney with a goal and an assist. Claire Hazard with the second goal, and Kate Brewster with the third goal there.
Yeah, nice to see the seniors get involved. And again, really nice job. Really nice job out front by Hicks and Holden, who were, even if they didn't get a hold of it, they're creating a screen. They're causing some traffic. Makes it difficult for the goaltender to see a puck that you'd think, you'd like to stop. But when it's coming in hot and there's bodies and traffic in front of you, it's a lot harder than it looks from up here.
Esponte makes her way back to the goal. We got the post-goal face-off at the center dot. Near side battle. Brewster chips it into the zone. They go chasing. Brewster steps up to keep it in the zone again. It's floating through the crease. Nobody can grab it. Goes to the near side corner. Again, trying to get possession. That's McEneaney. Martha's Vineyard comes out with it behind the net. They try to move it up the far side boards.
Yeah, but you can see the energy Barnstable's playing with right now. I mean, they're not even letting the Vineyard come out.
McEneaney wheels around after getting possession. Brewster over to the other side. That was a nice shot by Penny Clifford that goes to the right of the goaltender. Here's McEneaney. She gets a wrist shot off the pad. Brewster able to knock it down, keep it in the zone. Anderson carries it out. Red line. Gives it up. Chip back into the Barnstable zone.
Yeah, this is not the response that Martha's Vineyard wanted coming out of the timeout. Barnstable right back all over them.
Martha's Vineyard head coach John Fiorito, assistant coach Nell Coogan and Andre Bonnell, and a JV coach is Gary Simmons with the athletic director Mark McCarthy. Around the rundown for Martha's Vineyard there.
And Andre has been at and around this program at Martha's Vineyard for forever, as far as I know.
Cogswell chips it up.
Oh, nice idea.
Touched into the zone. Crosby comes around with it. Still wheeling and dealing. Over to Cogswell. Oh, the lost possession at the blue line. Cogswell shows her speed and just beats everybody back to the puck.
Well, some of this too.
There's a backhand nearby Martha's Vineyard.
I wonder how much of a factor the depth is here. The Vineyard's been running 2 lines all game, and Coach Nugis has been running 3 very consistently. And at a certain point, that does make a difference. You get those fresher legs out there.
Yeah.
Especially when the third line for Barnstable is Holden and Malone and Hicks, all of whom are very determined skaters. They'll get up on you. They'll drive you nuts. So, when you have them digging around at you, you spend a shift them tiring you out, and then you get to roll out a couple lines full of kids who can score. Makes for a challenge.
I can attest to the fact that I didn't really want to leave the house this morning either. So those Martha's Vineyard
Let alone
kids,
the island, huh?
So there's the travel fatigue that comes with them coming over to Hyannis today.
Well, and the the fact that it is the start of school vacation week. Yesterday feels very feels like time to take a break, and then when you have to get up at 7 a.m. to get on a ferry, that may not be the most ideal.
I would tend to agree with you, Justin. Not ideal,
but I do think skating that extra line makes a real difference. It's amazing how far girls hockey has come in the last 10 to 15 years.
I can't say it enough. I mean, this is the most girls hockey I've watched in my life, covering these games over the past few weeks, live streaming this, and I'm very impressed by the girls team. They seem coached well, and they seem like smart players on the ice.
And the skills are, astounding. And the thing when you look at, Barnstable's a great example of this, and you see these really talented kids, McEneaney, Crosby, Hazard, King, all these Holden, all these kids, they're all 14 years old. They're freshmen,
right?
And they've got, they're playing 10 years ago. You didn't see freshmen like this, but that's what's happening now. Every group of young kids that comes up, I'm astounded at how good they are. That's off. No, I gave it to her.
Hazard showing some nice skills skating backwards. There's Brewster again from the blue line. Back to Brewster. Over to the right-hand side. Chipped down in lower. Number 7 is Miranda Aniki. This comes all the way back. Brewster leaves it behind for a second. Goes back to get it. Pass up to Braley. Braley down the left-hand side. Got a shot off, but not a lot of mustard on it. There's Crosby. Off the defender. Picked up at the blue line. Shipped back in. Baroni goes for it. Back over here to Brewster. Brewster with a little bit of stick handling. Wow. Oh, my God. She took it from the backhand side over to her right-hand side and flung a wrister that went past the goalie to the right-hand side for the second goal of the night.
Yeah, great shot. And again, been talking about it all night, but bodies in front, causing problems. I don't think Hartstein ever saw it. It looks like this has just been a little much. The momentum was slow to build, but once Barnstable had it, they've just got too much for the Vineyard right now. And frankly, if you look at the way they're moving, they're looking for more.
Seems that way. So thanks to the public address announcer, Ashley Bishop, for correcting me on the pronunciation of Miranda Aniki. I can say it right from now on. She got the assist on that goal by Kate Brewster. This comes all the way back to the zone, chipped up forward. Grace Holden down the right-hand side. Stopped short of going behind the net. Two Martha's Vineyard defenders there. Poke it out. Can't get it up the near side boards. Flick back towards the net. Floats around in the crease for a minute. There's a slapper.
Oh, Holden just missed a backhand. Great save.
There's a backhand follow-up that just missed. Here's Martha's Vineyard. Carrying it up the near side boards. Taken away by King. King tries to get a shot. And that's gloved by Hartenstein. 1:27 remaining in the second period. Barnstable leading 4-0 on a second goal by Kate Brewster. Nice wrist shot from the center slot. Assisted by Miranda Aniki. We go to a face-off to the right of Hartenstein. That's McEneaney. Behind the net, put in front. Nobody there to knock it home. There's Hazard chasing. Oh, they give it away a little bit, and here's a run. She can't get it on the stick and put a shot on.
Real nice stick work by Laura Cogswell. She's so strong on that. She was able to, if not take the puck away, knock the stick, cause the Vineyard girl to lose control.
Hudson goes deep for it. Tries to get it to the center. Unable to get a shot off. That slapper goes way wide. Near side boards. Chipped back in by Cogswell. Hazard behind the net. She wheels and deals. She's got Baroni sitting in front of the net. There's another wrist shot from the point that misses. Cogswell chips it
nice
in.
Pass.
Hazard can't make it happen. Again, just throwing it to the center and trying to make something good happen. Steal close to the net. Vineyard gets it back. They go the other way. Hazard is going to play with it with 12 seconds left in the period. Trying to get a look here.
Put that on net.
Cogswell takes a shot. Hazard can't get the tip in. It goes to the near side boards. And the second bell rings. So at the end of two periods here at the Hyannis Youth and Community Center, Barnstable varsity girls hockey leads Martha's Vineyard 4 games to love. 4 goals to love, I should say. Allie McEneaney with a goal and an assist. Kate Brewster with 2 goals for the primary scorers. I'm here. My name is Jim Gilbert, station coordinator for B2B TV with my colleague Justin DeSorger. Justin, how are you feeling now?
Yeah, well, that was a very convincing period by Barnstable. Like I said, the momentum was a little slow to build, but once they got rolling after that second goal, this game was pretty much done for. Some of it's the depth factor. We know Martha's Vineyard lost a defenseman early, which could be a factor as well. Any travel involved, they looked a little bit dispirited. That second goal was a little much for them. Coach Fiorito took his time out, but it might have been too little, too late because it just was more of the same after that.
Thanks again for joining us. You're watching Barnstable Varsity Girls Hockey. We got a little bit of a longer intermission here as they clean the ice, so please enjoy a little information about our new environmental sciences lab at Barnstable High School and career pathway teacher Michael Smith.
My name is Mike Smith. I'm the Environmental Science and Technology teacher at Barnstable High School. We are in the Environmental Science and Technology lab. So Environmental Science and Technology is a pathway here at Barnstable High School. It's actually a vocational technical program. So with the pathway, you start your freshman year, you take the exploratory intro class, and then you work your way up until, at this point, we are up to Environmental Science and Technology 2, and that's what these guys are. They're juniors and seniors. Eventually next year, we're going to expand to have a senior kind of independent study internship piece to this as well, kind of the next step in the program. The culmination of 2 years of planning. We're looking at a little over $1 million between the lab itself, the equipment that we've purchased, and the greenhouses you can kind of see off to the side here. We will raise tilapia, edible fish, And then the tilapia's waste goes through a nitrifying process that goes from ammonia to nitrates. Nitrates are basically fertilizer for plants. And then the raft tanks behind the whole system that you see right here, that's where your plants will grow. And it's a closed system, so you have everything kind of cycling in and out. Students will be taking care of that. They've built the systems. As you can see, these guys are starting to PVC cement the pipes together. Hopefully by the end of the week, this system will be up and running. So we've got two 500-gallon aquaponic systems. These are 8 280-gallon multi-use tanks. Our multi-meter portable water kits. We have about 16 all-weather student field tablets. Our typographic map printer is pretty cool. Our drone, a cool feature for that kind of bird's eye view of areas that we're doing water quality testing and studies, and being able to see exactly what type of land use that we're looking at. We have a lot of field test kits, titration kits, field test strips, just to get used to, out there doing that kind of testing, getting that immediate feedback. And then by the end of their kind of 4 years in the program, they'll take the HAZWOPER 40-hour licensure. And with that, that's basically handling hazardous waste. Both of those things, as you get into the industry, to have that prior to, let's say you're applying for a job as a field scientist, you're ahead of the game. For the Cape and in the islands, and the fact that we have a sole source aquifer that's constantly being compromised through emerging contaminants, nutrient loading, stuff like that, it gives us an opportunity to learn about it and then potentially go out and collaborate with people that are doing the work in the field. For the kids, it's the hands-on piece. You're learning about something, then you're going out and you're doing it, and I think that's important. I think for me, that's the way I learned the best, was to learn something and then do it versus just hear about it, learn it, and then kind of gets stored away in the memory bank. But yeah, we're putting what we're learning into action, and I think it's pretty valuable.
Yeah, they look good. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Getting ready for third period action from the Hyannis Youth and Community Center. Barnstable girls varsity hockey versus Martha's Vineyard. Today is Pink the Rink. In commemoration of Caroline Fries. The girls are wearing their pink jerseys this afternoon. Matinee game here. Barnstable pretty much took over the game there in the second period. 2 goals by Kate Brewster to make it a 4-0 game over the Martha's Vineyard squad. Although the Vineyard gets a nice breakout here. Kelleher gets a shot off, but it's off the pad of Responte. They whip around the net, try to get a wraparound. Responte is good to the challenge.
Yeah, nice play to push from post to post and make sure you got that sealed off for the wraparound attempt. I know they'd be looking to keep that 0 on the board for her. It's always the win's nice, but when you put a 0 up there, it feels a little extra.
Shutouts are nice. My name's Jim Gilbert. I'm the station coordinator for Barnstable Educational Television on the play-by-play. My colleague from Barnstable High School, Justin DeSorger, on color commentary today. Thank you for joining me, Justin.
Yeah, of course. It's a pleasure.
Here's Crosby into the wickets and saved by Hartenstein.
Yeah, she's seen a lot of pucks today. I'd be curious to see a shot chart. But as we've said over and over again, Barnstable's done a nice job getting bodies in front, taking away her vision.
So Holden goes in for the face-off. Vineyard clears up the near side board. And that's an icing. Cogswell will pick it up, hand it to the referee, and we'll skate to the other end.
Do it all over again.
Do it all over again. If it wasn't for the pink jerseys, I'd be having a lot of deja vu. This floats out to the blue line. Cogswell unable to keep it in. She brings it over to... That's a new number. I don't know who number 17
Well, I'm guessing
is.
that's Valiga and that there wasn't a 19 available. Coach Nugis is...
well, we got some...
And there it is.
Wow.
Not sure who put that in. I know Holden was there to tap it in. I don't know if it had crossed the line already. But just a dominant performance in front of the opposing net today by the Red Raiders.
Yeah, that just kind of came into the crease and was going back and forth with Sticks trying to knock it in, and then it squeaked over to the near side. And
yeah, Malone's taken that one. I thought that Holden tapped it in, but Grace is honoring her elders and giving up that goal, saying it crossed the line before she touched it. There's another chance.
A steal. Ooh. Stick save. Carnage in front of the net. They're unable to take advantage of it. The Vineyard breaks it out.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, Coach Nugis always does a nice job of getting all the kids involved on the team. There's an opportunity to stretch that bench out and get people involved. Pete's going to do it. It's an opportunity.
Here's a steal by Gillis.
Oh, nice stop. It was a good move, too.
She tried to juke her from the backhand over to the strong side, but Responte was up to the challenge again, sliding to her left and gloving down the shot.
Yeah, it's a play. You probably look to bring the puck to the far post. Responte covered that good. At that point, maybe you try to go 5-hole, but she had that covered as well. It's a nice save.
That was Gillis from Martha's Vineyard on that breakout.
Yeah, they got a high stick. I think that's probably just coming out of the zone. No, got a penalty on Crosby. I didn't see it. It must have been off the scrum on the face-off.
So to confirm, Justin, you were correct. Number 13, Kaylee Malone, getting the credit on that goal to go up 5-0 with 12:17 remaining in the third period. Crosby goes into the box for 2 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes when you're on a face-off, sticks can get tangled up, and I didn't see it, but that's my guess. Is stick came up high and caught a Vineyard player in a vulnerable spot. So
we got the Vineyard on a power play here. They're able to keep it in at the blue line. Chip back in by, I'm going to think that's Nevin, number 10. And cleared by Malone. And they make chase. Malone and Holden on the forecheck. The Vineyard winds it up. Red line pass for Anderson. Anderson comes in, still on her stick. She brings it down. There's Kelleher with a goal. Number 2, Anderson, came all the way from the far right blue line, skated through the zone, down to the near side corner, lost control of it a little bit, but then gave it back to Kelleher, who flicked it past Responte with the left-hand shot.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the Anderson-Kelleher combination. Much like Barnstable, the Vineyard's got a pretty young team. Those two are sophomores right now, and they're the two of the older players out here. So, today isn't going their way. Future looks a little bit better for the Vineyard.
Well, that was definitely some nice offensive momentum that they found, and they were able to skate one into the net. Goes behind the net here. Barnstable defense checking.
There's another 2-on-1 on that pinch.
McEneaney.
Oh, good idea.
Hazard tried to give and go, unable to make it happen. Stays in the zone. A steal. Hazard tries to chip it to the net off the skates of the defender.
It's the first appearance of Claire Mikos back on D. Lily's sister, Leela's sister.
Barnstable keeping in the zone. Little back and forth on the far side boards. Trickling near the blue line. Vineyard D steps up to take control and chip it out of the zone.
Yeah, that's one too many pink jerseys on the ice. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this game has pretty much been put to bed. But if the Vineyard can pop one here and start to get a little momentum, suddenly things look a little dangerous. I think this is an important penalty kill right here, 4-goal lead or not.
I'd like to thank, again, our public address announcer, Ashley Bishop, for throwing in the runaways there for me a little bit. Martha's Vineyard on a power play. The chip towards the net by Nevin. Still maintained control here by the Vineyard. It goes to the slot and flipped out all the way down to Hartenstein, the goaltender. Penny Baroni forechecking. Flip back in by King. The Vineyard whacks it off the referee. Can't quite get it out of their zone yet. Minute left on the power play. Over to the blue line. That's Baroni carrying it over. Goes backhand towards the center. Defense knocks it out. King from the slot.
It's a nice shot.
King at the blue line. Wrister. Gloved. Saved by Hartenstein.
I mentioned Savvy Meter for the Vineyard as being somebody who's a very versatile player, can play both ways. Riley King is the same way. She's generally utilized on defense. I know she could play forward as well. She's very effective up there. Barnstable's got a couple players like that.
Shorthanded face-off in the Martha's Vineyard zone. They're able to take control and get it out up to the red line. Over to Hazard. She dumps it into the blue, over the blue line. The Vineyard knocks it down, takes control. Oh,
nice poke check.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure who number 10 is on the Martha's Vineyard team, but that's okay. Oh, there's a nice save. Nice save. There was a shot from the point.
Weird bounce. Nevin was able to get a quick turnaround on it, but Vesponte was up to the task. Good positioning.
Nevin again. Kelleher into the corner. Goes behind the net. Chased down by Penny Clifford. Clifford knocks it up to McEneaney. McEneaney carries it over. She goes deep. Gives it back to Hazard. From the slot, dot. Shot off the side of the net. It trickles over this way, and we get a whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be a trip on the elder Mikos. Just got a little bit tangled up.
So a little bit of unfortunate news for Martha's Vineyard. Down 5-1 with 7:44 remaining in the third period. Barnstable goes on a power play. Grace Holden in for the face-off. Back to Brewster at the blue line. Brewster down to Crosby. Crosby flips it and saves.
Nice puck work up top. It's not exactly an umbrella formation, but the way they were moving it around and spreading it out tends to have that same effect.
So Holden again goes in. Brewster steps up to keep it in the zone.
They got a hook. Yeah.
Crosby's going to go off. And so why does the face-off come all the way back down here?
So I don't remember when they implemented that rule. I do recall it being implemented, but it's simply if you commit an infraction, in addition to the being shorthanded, they will also move the face-off down into your zone.
Okay.
Kind of give it a little extra bit of punishment. Although here we're 4-on-4. it's funny. I think sometimes as a player, you can get a little lost when there's multiple penalties 4-on-4, and sometimes forget that you're not shorthanded or on the power play. So let's see if we see any strange icings out of this.
Well, here's Cogswell wheeling around, bringing it out of the zone.
A lot of room out there for that speed.
Hazard showing her speed. Stops, goes backwards with it. Here's Cogswell with a shot. Tipped and slowed down. Off the pads of Hartenstein. Here's Gillis making a run at it. Brewster giving chase, chipping it back. Here's McEneaney with it. 1-on-2.
Oh, nice move. Little toe drag.
She tried the toe drag there, but unable to keep possession. Decent forecheck, but here's Nevin bringing it out. Looking for number 8, Ben David, but couldn't quite find her. A couple of changes and whistles going on. .6:18 remaining in the third period. 34 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Here's Kelleher. She can't handle the pass at the red line. Floats back to the Barnstable defense. Off the near side board. Kaylee Malone trying to make it happen. Penny Clifford chips it up. Goes to Ben David at the red line. Stolen by Holden.
Yeah, great stick work from Grace. Has her stick in the passing lane, which forces the player to hold on to it until Grace is able to body her up.
Near side board, chipped in by Malone, who takes a shot. That flies wide. Riley King unable to keep it in the zone. Here's a breakout for the Vineyard.
Nice defense. Anderson's dangerous with the puck. Nice job by Clifford to get a body in the way.
Absolutely. Hazard just throws it into the glove for old time's sake. She knocks it down to keep the clock running. Little dangerous play there.
Yeah, I mean you can really see where the Vineyard kids are at this point. That's a play where the puck's in there. They gotta get to it, and Barnstable ended up being first to the puck. So once the momentum really shifted after that second goal, it's with the exception of a spurt or two, that's been the difference here today.
That pass goes behind, but floats over to Braley. Braley, left-hand shot, knocked down by the defender. Floats along the boards over to King. Kept in by...
Oh, nice stop. That was a great play.
That was kept in by Crosby and chipped in front for Baroni, who almost flipped it in.
Yeah, no, puck right at the net. Baroni in a great spot to get a piece of it. Nice save by Hartenstein. It's tough. You give up 5 goals.
Right.
You're not thinking, maybe thinking the goalie's had a tough day. I think she's actually done quite well out here.
I would agree with that. Barnstable has just been the better team on this day. There's Anarchy in the defensive end. Goes behind the net. Brewster. Braley. Crosby carrying it over the red line into the zone. Baroni slides behind. Comes back out to the blue line. Anarchy chips it in off the stick of the goaltender. Back out here to the blue line. Here's Brewster, who takes another shot.
I'm sure she'd like to get one more.
The hat trick would be nice. We can all throw some fish on the ice. That one got a little wobbly towards Hartenstein, but she was able to glove it, and we'll have a face-off to the right of the Vineyard goaltender. McEneaney. Cogswell gets her stick on it. McEneaney brought down with a backhander. Another face-off. The pressure continues. from the Barnstable girls varsity hockey team on the Vineyard defense. McEneaney wins the faceoff. Nothing doing. Kelleher carries it out. And out of the zone. Gunderson tried to go with it, but was unable to gain control. Cogswell wants one. She takes a
Certainly
shot.
does.
It goes wide. Hazard can't keep it in the zone. It trickles out. Some good skating here by Anderson to try to get to it. Cogswell takes it. Here we go with a step up for Hudson. She's got it, a little bit of space. She tried to sneak it near side post. That was knocked away behind the net. Vineyard tries to chip it out, unable to. There's another wrister. Rebound by Hazard. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it's got to be Hudson.
Yeah. Wrist shot from the blue line that made it through to the goaltender. Juicy rebound out front that Hudson tried to poke in. Unable to do so. With 2:40 remaining in the game, it feels like Barnstable's been on the power play all period.
Yeah, there's a little bit of stretch with a couple penalties at the beginning where, the Vineyard was able to score, have a couple opportunities. There was that break by Gillis that Responte had the nice save sliding across on. But, yeah, aside from that, it's really been all Barnstable. I think you saw a change after the first period. Barnstable did a much better job in the offensive zone of keeping a forward high. They've been getting all three players down low, which created a lot of space.
There's some dangerous work by the Vineyard. Nevin almost had a chance at a backhand.
When you get all your forwards down low in the offensive zone, it allows for the opposition to have some room to break out. But over the course of the second period, putting another forward up high was really slowing down the Vineyard's breakout and allowed Barnstable to keep the puck in, keep the pressure up, and tire out the legs of this young and undermanned team.
Here comes Crosby by herself, able to skate around the defender.
Oof.
Flicks it up.
Wow.
Upper deck over the right-hand shoulder of Hartenstein for the 6th goal of the game for Barnstable.
Hey, great play. Nothing too fancy. Just use your size, use your speed, take it wide, and then let that shot go.
That was some nice skating as she made it past the defender to get some space on the stick and flick that into the net.
Yeah, and that shot, I know Finley's a kid who works really hard, puts in the extra time, the extra hours. That's a kid who spends her Friday night at the rink, taking extra time to work on her game. And I think maybe you just saw some of that there. That was an outstanding shot.
That was some serious skill on display. So it's the players of the game. We got to start with senior captain Kate Brewster with the 2 goals. Then we go down to Alyssa McEneaney, number 9. She had an assist and a goal. That was Crosby on that goal there. And who's got the others, Justin? Do you know off the top of your head? Did Hazard get one?
Yeah, Hazard got the second one, and then Kaylee Malone had that one that just trickled over the line that right. I still think Holden scored, but again, Grace generously offers that up to her senior captain.
And, of course, it makes sense to mention Responte and net. This very easily could have been a shutout.
Yeah, and she's had to make a couple big saves. And, sometimes you see a save at 1-0 or 2-0. You don't think much of it when it's 6-1, but a goal in that situation can change the momentum of the game. So there's Claire getting untracked, using that speed.
Nice.
Speed that she almost certainly learned from her mother, Christina.
Was she also a hockey player?
Oh, I don't know, but I've seen her dad skate, and that's not where she got her speed.
Oh, into the zone for McEneaney. She can't get a backhand on it. Less than a minute to go in the game. Here's Brewster. Down to McEneaney. Holding. Brewster. Why not? Take another
nice
shot.
shot.
At it.
Yeah, that was a nice save. I mean, again, you want to. Oh, nice stop again. You want to credit Barnstable. They're all over them, but this is as good of a performance as you're going to see for a goalie giving up 6 goals.
Agreed. McEneaney, that's the second time she's tried to poke it into the near side. Here with 12 seconds remaining in the game. A 1-on-2 rush by Anderson, broken up. Barnstable skates up.
And that'll
That's
do
Hudson. Justin, I want to thank you so much for joining us today on the broadcast. My name's Jim Gilbert. We're live at the Hyannis Youth and Community Center. Barnstable girls varsity hockey on Pink the Rink Day. They take it 6-1 over Martha's Vineyard. You've been watching Barnstable B2B TV, Barnstable Educational Television. For Dustin DeSorger, my name's Jim Gilbert. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy February vacation, kids. Talk to you soon.